College students state that they have either been raped or sexually assaulted while being at college. Um, and also, 70% of the students who claim that they have been raped know the person that has attempted to rape them. Today, I'm going to be talking about why I believe that guns should be allowed on college campuses. There's three main reasons why I believe they should, and that is what we just talked about: sexual assault and harassment, murders on college campuses by other students, and then safety reasons and for robberies or anything like that, breaking and entering. So first, for sexual assault, um, you know that's kind of a big thing for colleges. A lot of students in college, from my opinion, like to party, and with partying comes, males getting drunk, maybe slipping a girl something, a lot of things that can go on with partying. And obviously, in that situation, if you are drugged, you can't really do much with a gun. But the point is, males tend to take advantage of females in some situations and can cause, problems, rape, and things like that. And so, although I'm not a female, I believe that it should be a right for them and every other college student to legally own a handgun for safety reasons against molesters and things like that. I think that that's something that would help out. And um, if I was a rapist, from my opinion, and I knew that the college allowed guns and that girls were maybe keeping themselves protective and using guns, that would maybe make me want to back off and think about what I'm going to do. Knowing that they might have a gun also and they could attack me. Another reason is murders. Obviously, there's been a lot of shootings going on in the past couple years in the United States, and our country as a whole thinks that guns is a bad thing and that it's going around, and guns are the reason that all these people are dying. The shooting in Connecticut, the Colorado shooting, and the school up in New York with the little kids. It's something that our country, they point the finger to the gun, but my opinion is, what I believe is that a gun does not kill someone, but a person kills someone. And out of all those situations, those guns were all bought illegally, not legally owned. And so, for safety reasons, if a college denies the rights to own guns, and there are people out there that can get guns illegally without us knowing, no different than drugs. You can get drugs on the street all over the country, and people do it all the time. If you can get a gun illegally and you have the intention of murdering someone or breaking in, rape, any of those, and the college doesn't allow for a person to protect themselves, then if that person breaks in with a gun and you have no weapon to protect yourself, then what do you do from there? That person then has the advantage over you. They're in your home. They can, go into your dorms and hold you at gunpoint, and you have nothing to do. And so I believe that having a gun is a huge deal. Keeping people at a distance, knowing that others, people on campus, have a right to guns. Also, there was a crime last year where a girl was in her room. She had just gotten out of the shower, and she was sitting down on the couch. And this is up in Chicago, and a guy had been following her and watching her, and he decided to go into her dorm. He knew where she lived, and he walked into her dorm and opened the door, and she was sitting there, and all he had to do was grab her and take her. And no one knew that he had grabbed her. He just took off, and he ended up raping her and beating her to the point where she almost died, until another college student saw her and went and helped and take care of it. If she had a gun, I think that once he walked in and she knew he was supposed to be there, she could grab the gun, and that makes things a lot different. Um, Breaking and entering, 1 in 5 students report that their apartments, dorms have been broken into, things have been stolen. Obviously, some situations a gun is not necessary, but like I said, if someone does break in with a gun, then what do you have to protect yourself with? Having something on you might be something just to run them away. Your intentions aren't to shoot them, but to scare them away so that you're safe. Um, for me, I don't believe that a campus, people raise the question, well, if you allow guns, then that's just going to cause more shootings and more problems. And like I said earlier, uh, people that want to kill someone, that's within them. That's not within the gun. And they can get a gun illegally. If you have the intentions of protecting yourself, then holding a gun and being responsible to own a gun, that's completely different than getting a gun illegally. And you know, just because you own a gun does not mean you're going to kill someone. And so I don't believe that people say, well, if you allow guns to be legal and students to hold concealed handguns, then there's going to be more shootings all over the world at college campuses. For me, I think that it's going to take down the crime rate, people breaking, entering, and murders, because it's going to show that these students have a self-defense and a way of um, fighting back instead of just you know taking it and getting killed or raped. Um, so that's my beliefs. I think that it would be a good idea. Obviously, I don't think every student should own one because that's a little dramatic. But I think that for college campuses, you can't control that many people, and college is a pretty crazy place. And so I think that at times it would be necessary for someone to have a gun on them, um, depending on the circumstances, so that they could protect themselves. I don't think it's any different than why do you let a family with a father, mother, and kids own a gun in their house, but you don't let someone own a gun in their dorms. So, a little thing I'd like for you guys to do is go and look up how many women have been murdered in the past 5 years, and also how many women have been raped in the past 5 years, and just see, get an idea of what goes on at college campuses, and see, how many women are affected. That's it. Thank you.